Ever looked at a math problem like this and thought, where do I even start? If so, you're in the right place. Today, I'm breaking down the number one rule for evaluating algebraic expressions, the order of operations, and how to apply it to real-world algebra problems. Plus, I've got a challenge at the end to test your skills. Let's go! So, the moment you've all been waiting for. The number one rule for evaluating expressions in algebra is called PEMDAS, with P standing for parentheses, also symbolized this way. E stands for exponents, so x to the n being the exponent. M stands for multiplication, represented by this, not to be confused with that. So keep that in mind. D stands for division, very familiar. A stands for addition, plus sign. And S for subtraction. Let's differentiate that. I also have an amazing mnemonic to help you remember PEMDAS. Let's take a look. Here's the mnemonic. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. PEMDAS. Let me know how that works for you. Remember, in algebra, order must be followed in order to get the correct answer. See what I did there? Let's take a look at some examples to help your understanding. Now solve this question. 5 plus 3 multiplied by 2. How would you go about this? Most times, this is what a lot of people would do. They'll start with 5 plus 3, which gives you 8. Then they'll use that answer and multiply by 2, which gives you 16. However, this is wrong and should not be repeated. We, however, follow PEMDAS. This is multiplication and this is addition. In PEMDAS, multiplication comes before addition. So we need to follow the order of PEMDAS in order to work out this question. The correct answer, however, now would be multiplying 3 by 2 first, which gives you 6, correct? And add 5 to this product, and you have your answer as 11. Do you see how just one mistake can change everything? That's why you follow PEMDAS in math, and it is a must. Section 2, order of operation with grouping symbols. Now you might ask yourself, what are grouping symbols? They're here. We have examples. I made a mistake, by the way. There we go. So, grouping symbols are example, parentheses, depicted this way, brackets, depicted this way, braces or curly brackets, depicted this way. In algebra, you work from the innermost to the outermost, starting from inside to outside. We are going to look at an example showing nested grouping symbols and working out those expressions to be able to get an answer. Now, take a look at this example. It looks pretty complicated. 6 plus bracket open, 2 times parentheses open, 4 plus 3 parentheses close, bracket close, curly bracket close, all divided by 2. Let's solve this. First step, we focus on the innermost, just like we talked about it. You focus on the innermost, then you work outside. 4 plus 3 equal to 7. You got that right. Now our expression looks like this. Next, we take care of this inner bracket. 2 times 7 equal to 14. You guessed that right. Now our expression looks like this. Next, we're going to do what? We're going to take care of this curly bracket section using addition. 6 plus 14 equal to, you got that right, 20. What's the next step? Tell me. You got that right. 20 divided by 2 equal to, bingo, you got that. Always remember to work from the inside out when grouping symbols are involved. Section 3, evaluating algebraic expressions. Now you might be wondering, what does evaluate mean? In math, it means to find the numerical value of an expression by replacing the variables with given values, and we simplify using the order of operations, which we also know as PEMDAS. Let's take a look at an example to evaluate algebraic expressions to check your understanding. Let's go. Let's take a look at this example. 2x raised to the power of 2 minus 3y plus 4. We have x equal to 3 and y equal to 5. What we're going to do first is replace x with 3 and y with 5. Here's what the expression looks like. Next, we're going to evaluate the parentheses to see what we get. The expression looks like this, and what was in the parentheses is 9. Now we multiply this 2 and get an answer. We also evaluate this because they also follow the rule of multiplication. And we bring this down, plus 4. Next, we evaluate further. Our expression looks like this, with 7 as our final answer. Make sure you always substitute carefully and follow PEMDAS to avoid any mistakes. Let me know if you have any questions about this example. Here are some real-world applications of evaluating algebraic expressions. This is how algebra actually helps us in real life. For example, in finance, we have total cost equal to 50x plus 10, where x is equal to the number of items bought. Next, in science, physics to be specific, we have force equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. Basketball shooting percentage is equal to shots made divided by shots attempted multiplied by 100 to give you the percentage of basketball shootings. I'm going to share a worked example of a real life situation that you might be doing this weekend. Let's take a look. Let's say, for example, you buy X movie tickets and each ticket costs $12 plus $5 popcorn. If you buy 3 tickets, how much would you spend? We're going to solve this problem by first writing an expression. Our expression is going to look something like this. Did you get this right here? 12x plus 5. And do you know why we wrote it out that way? So if you buy movie tickets for $12 and you bought 3 movie tickets, so it will be $12 and x represents 3 because we're going to replace the variable with the number or the value that we're given, which is 3. And then in addition, you bought popcorn for $5. Let's proceed. Next, we're going to replace the variable x with 3 because 3 is the number of tickets that you bought. Next, you multiply parentheses and 12. So 12 times 3 equal to 36. You have 36 and you add $5 to it. Bingo! You spent $41. This example shows you, in addition to the other real-world applications, that algebra exists everywhere in real life. Now, if you made it to this point in the video, you are amazing. Here are the challenge questions that I talked about at the beginning of this video. Question number 1. Solve this expression. 4 plus 6 multiplied by, parentheses, 2 raised to the power of 2 minus 1, parentheses close. Evaluate this. 5a minus 2b plus 3, where, or when, rather, a equal to 4 and b equal to 6. And a word problem. A car rental costs $25 per day plus 30 cents per mile. Write and evaluate an expression for the cost of a 3-day trip driving 100 miles. I'll pin the correct answer in the comments. Let's see who gets them right.